spells PowerCast. Sponsored by thepowermagazine.com, howmuchyourbench.net, and BSN, makers of NO Explode. Look for BSN products at bodybuilding.com. Alongside Silent Mike and Jim McD, here's your host, Mark Bell.
Mark Bell. That's you, buddy. Now it's time to go.
That's me, and we're inside the new gym, the new super training gym.
What are you talking about?
We are in the new super training gym. We just moved. Hey now. Can I get a hey now?
Hey now.
Can I get a hey now?
Hey now.
See, I got a couple hey nows.
You people on camera are probably confused. The background's a little different.
I'm not going to
you
bother.
sound like R2-D2 right now.
I don't know what's the
Is
story?
that coming through?
What's the
I'm not going to bother
He
giving
threw on
you.
the T-Pain fucking...
Do I? I don't know. I can't tell. I sound normal to myself.
You sound normal now.
All right, go ahead. My bad.
I was going to say, I don't really need to give out the location because I don't care if you show up because the gym is still motherfucking free. It doesn't matter. We don't need to search out for fucking members.
It's not for them, though.
We don't need to fucking try to sell people on it. Come in and train if you want, if you can find us.
If you got the balls.
If you got the fucking nutsack. Hopefully it's shaved. Hope it's not too furry.
Furry balls?
I got to kick myself out then.
Furry balls or hairy balls? I've never heard furry balls.
Furry.
You got furry balls.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right, I got some questions. Should we bang these things out?
We're in a new gym, and it's nice and quiet in here.
Yeah,
we have a
silence.
fucking podcast room. We got a podcast studio now.
We do have a studio.
Yeah,
Jim's got his own goddamn office. Silent Mike's got his own goddamn office.
My dog has an office. That's how we're fucking balling in here. My dog and my assistant have an office.
We're here for, 15 minutes now, just so you can tell that we've done nothing to the place so far.
We're breaking it in.
This is,
We got some shit.
Notice our Caveman Coffee
Yes.
T-shirt that we have over there.
Bada boom.
Shout
One of
out
our
to
new sponsors.
cavemancoffeeco.com.
Even though we're drinking some Starbucks right now. But
no, we didn't come prepared. We've been gone all day.
Yeah.
Well, we're not set up here yet.
I started the goddamn day off with an entire fucking rocket full of goddamn.
You were cracked out.
I'm calling those things rockets.
Cold brew.
That's what those things
a rocket
are.
shot. A shot of rocket.
They do look like a rocket or a...
I love that bottle.
Or a penis. Giant penis.
Yeah, what are you doing with all your empty
those
bottles?
things are kind of hard to open. That's the only thing I've noticed.
No, the top isn't that hard. It's the seal. But that's good. You don't want your seal to be easy to open.
Yeah. No, it's they're trying to seal in all the juices, I think.
Exactly.
Those juices are God's fucking tears.
No, that coffee's great, but I shared a little bit with Big Fat Jesse Burdick, and he loved it.
And he just squatted some huge weight with it.
Yeah, he just did a 635 squat.
No, 675. There's your update.
Oh, seriously?
675.
I believe so. I didn't see the video, but I saw text that said that.
Yeah,
Amazing.
Jesse Burdick's doing a raw meat, believe it or not.
Walked out and shit. Who is he?
Yeah, he's jumping in the fucking on the raw shit.
God, raw dog birding.
He, he's somebody who's leading some troops. He's leading some people at CSA to doing some powerlifting stuff, and he just said, you know what, if I'm going to be a leader, I got to fucking be on the front lines, and so there he is. He's fucking competing.
Leaders can't lead from the back.
They can hit it from the back.
Can I hit it from the front?
Can they hit it from the front? Can I hit it from the back?
It kind of sounds like you're violating a relationship if you're a leader and you're hitting it from the back.
Yeah.
But what about if I hopped on this bowl and I rode it front ways?
I rode it sideways. What?
Backwards.
Anyway, he's doing
sideways again.
Speaking of bowls, we're gonna have to change out the toilet bowls here.
Yeah, they don't have some pressure for us.
They don't fucking.
You gotta stand there for about 5 minutes, hold the lever down to get it to clear.
Yeah,
if you know
Bob
what I'm
Evans,
saying.
Fat Dan, put it through the test and it barely made it. Barely made it.
Bob Evans with his big fucking ass.
He's so gross.
He is gross.
He squatted okay today for a fat guy.
Oh yeah, no, he's always squatting good. He's strong. He's strong.
Let's not talk about him again.
He's strong.
He loves it. He gets a big old chubby every time we mention him.
That's true. Does he?
Yeah, he's so excited.
He's into
He's 21 and
he looks like he's 35.
Tristan just turned 30 and he's disappeared. That squat is similar, so I'm just going to go out ahead and say that Fat Dan has replaced Tristan.
Yeah, where's Tristan Scholl?
Fat Dan is the new Tristan?
Where's
Fat
Tristan
Dan is the new
Scholl?
Tristan.
What year are we in? What's going on
I
here?
don't know. I hope they both get kicked out. I hope they don't know the address to this place.
Yeah, I know. We shouldn't tell everybody.
We should, yeah.
We shouldn't tell everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah, except I'm totally doing that tonight. I got to update all the web stuff.
Yeah.
Or people will show up at the old place. And
That's true.
Yeah, conflicts. All right, I got some questions for us. You guys fucking ready for this?
This is from the contest.
Yeah, this is from our Reebok contest last week.
Oh, my God. There was a contest?
Yeah, you weren't invited, though.
Congratulations, Silent Mike. How'd you do?
That's 100th. 100th.
100%?
Yeah.
100th percentile?
Yeah.
Did you do the contest, Jim?
No, I did not do the contest.
No, I won.
Oh, you won.
I won the championship of the contest.
Lifted all the weights.
Yep.
You blew Jim out of the water. He didn't even know it.
I blew this new Jim up, if you know what I'm saying.
I usually know when I get blown.
Jim, wait, above and beyond the new Jim?
Above and beyond.
Above and
Bigger,
below.
stronger.
Who's going to move Jim?
Jim, I'm going to put Jim in the back of the truck and bring him to the new gym.
Should we stick him on a dolly and fucking chuck him in the back?
Only if it's Parton.
Dolly Parton?
Speaking of dollies,
She got big tits. She's still alive, right?
Yeah, I think she's probably so gross right now.
Yeah, she's still alive.
I'd hit it.
From the back?
From wherever I can get it from. Been married for a long time.
Well, then. Hi, Andy.
Yeah. She doesn't listen to this.
Her tits look like the picture of Kim Kardashian's ass, though.
Oh, yeah.
So gross.
That picture's weird.
What are people talking about? It broke the internet. Is that just a saying now?
It's just a saying.
Yeah. It's
because it's also like it's possible. Like something cool happens on YouTube and it slows down so much.
Right.
Like you fucking break.
Stops
YouTube.
at 301.
Right. Yeah. Or I used to
The dreaded 301.
I used to be
301 plus.
I used to be really into sneakers, so I'd look up the release date. The new Iversons, Reebok Iversons are coming out on Friday. I get on at Thursday at 11:45, start clicking buy until the fucking thing
The last
clicks.
time the internet broke, I think it was from Obamacare, wasn't it?
Oh, maybe. Maybe.
That was a year ago.
Yeah.
That was a year ago.
Yeah, that motherfucker.
Obamacare.
That motherfucker broke the internet, too. Bam.
All right, here's our question.
Let's talk more about Kim Kardashian's ass.
It's all right. I think it's fake. It's photoshopped.
Well,
I also think there's implants.
I think it wouldn't fit in this 6,600 square foot facility.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Would it fit in the confines of this podcast?
Yeah. This podcast
well, we can
is
talk
infinite.
about it, but it couldn't come.
Could
to the
she
door.
sit on our lap?
Did you ever see?
Like my lap's a little bigger than your lap. Could she sit in your lap?
Speaking of laps, how big was Santa's lap?
Yeah, Santa. He was comforting.
Did you see that?
No.
You didn't see it? We sat on Santa's lap together.
Oh my God!
No.
Check
Look at our
Instagram.
Instagram.
I can't. There's
Mark and I.
Yeah, on your phone you can.
Mark and I went shopping together as heterosexual friends.
That was gay. That was
biggest joke
gay.
I've heard today. But anyway,
Yeah.
The gay part was you tried to bring me into the dressing room. I said, I know what size I am, pal. And you're like, you should probably try it on.
Yeah, I wanted him to go into the dressing room to see the fucking lighting they got.
Pose
in there.
down.
You look like fucking, you look like Arnold Schwarzenegger in that bitch.
we need to get some of that lighting in the bathrooms here, because I tell you that it's strobing in there now.
Yeah.
I almost had a Pokemon seizure.
We have so many.
Every fucking nook and cranny in your face.
We have so much space in office room. Maybe we should just have a pose room or like a selfie room.
Pose down room.
But right over here, maybe.
We'll call that Mark's office.
Yeah. And it's just for selfies.
Selfie room.
That'd be
we'll
fucking
get a
dope.
logo behind us.
Hella
and
good
stuff.
lighting. Yeah, the sponsors behind
the little
us.
Instagram square that people carry around. You ever see that?
You need the mirrors. Yeah, that's amazing. You need the mirrors.
We need Boo too from fucking Quest, that little fucking dog that they have.
Have you seen the videos of that dog?
I know.
It can do CrossFit.
I know.
It's a fucking handstand walks like a son of a bitch.
That dog's got so many followers on fucking
I know,
Instagram.
it's killing
Unbelievable. I know.
Okay.
Back to our pose.
Instagram gives me a lot of anxiety.
Where the fuck did you guys go? We had a Santa.
Well, the mall. The mall had Santa, and we.
Which mall?
Arden Mall for those in Sacramento. You creepers.
Oh.
And we went, and Santa Claus was super nice, and we probably sat on his lap for 3.5 minutes.
He told me privately, I don't think he said the same thing to Silent Mike, but he told me that
privately,
the badder that I've been, the better the presents are going to be. So I don't know what that means or where I'm supposed to be receiving these presents or whatever.
The baby batter.
Yeah, he's like, you're going to get more than just coal, big boy. I was like, what? Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, coal's hard, though.
I know. It can be hard and black.
No, how great is that though? We were literally sitting on his lap. I told him, I was like, I'm gonna just sit on your chair. I don't want to break you. He's like, I'm a professional.
We honestly sat on his lap for about 3 minutes because it took him forever to take a photo.
Yeah, the girls were setting it up. The little elves. They weren't even dressed as elves, were they? That was pretty disappointing.
I know. They should have been.
Wow, I was on a really good topic before
elves.
that. Okay, Kim Kardashian.
Right.
So there's a big deal about Kim Kardashian's butt, and it's fake, and it's surgery and all this. But what about the porno she made with Ray J, the R&B singer? Her ass is huge in that thing, and that's like 10 years ago.
I don't know.
You've never seen that porno? You're a liar.
No, I don't know how to answer that.
If her butt was a...
I think her ass has always been big.
Yeah, it was ridiculous back
If it was a big rig truck, it would have gone through the guardrail.
Yeah, what about Kanye? What does he do with that?
Does he have a big ass?
No, he's married to her.
Why? Because of the big ass?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it takes a black guy to get through that fucking thing.
Yeah.
Because that's not racist at all.
Because you need some,
Yeah, extra fucking tonnage to...
Yeah, you need to be able to fucking penetrate all that shit.
Yeah. Like if you have a 6-inch hot dog.
I don't think it's racist if it's like pro.
I don't think it's racist if it's true. But
yeah.
Yeah.
Like to say black guys can dunk a lot easier than Silent Mike.
That's a good possibility.
Yeah.
No, my wife's been a nurse for over 30 years, and she said that
it's confirmed.
That stereotype is
what about
totally
that?
confirmed.
What about the Asian one?
Yeah, same confirmation.
Man.
Yeah,
confirmation.
Son of a bitch.
That's confirmed.
Not that there are not outliers.
Oh, of course,
on both sides.
We're talking about Asians. We're talking about the sideways pussy, right?
Oh, let's talk about sodium intake.
Oh, okay.
Why did they try to kill you?
Do they have sideways vaginas? Are you talking about MSG?
Yeah. They put crack cocaine in their food.
I don't know. They know how to make shit taste good.
I'm sore. I can't even lean on myself.
I think they're just.
I didn't bring the mic stand today, but we'll have them.
I know. I'm dying. I need a WWE fucking thing.
That I can't get you.
If you smell. La 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 la. Oh, he didn't use a mic stand. He did pretty good for himself.
Yeah, I mean, but
what about Lemmy Kilmister from fucking Overkill? He's like this. The fucking thing's dropping down like this.
You
ever see that?
Yeah. I'm not into that.
He's fucking great.
That's kind of like a punk rock thing too. They had it on a stand, and they just be playing their fucking bass
like that.
Yeah,
fucking awesome.
All right.
Okay, Reebok contest.
Yeah,
I don't think we're not there yet.
Okay,
no, what time
we're
is
still
it?
talking about shopping.
Yeah, so
people need to know how homosexual.
We went to Nordstrom's and we held hands walking in because
I'm trying to upgrade his wardrobe. I tried to make him buy some stuff. It wasn't easy.
Yeah,
I
don't really like shopping. Like I used to be really into
what
clothes.
You like is cheap, free clothes.
Well, that's what I told Mark. I was like, first thing, I chose this life so I can wear sweatpants every single day. I did that in high school.
You're about that sweatpants life.
Yeah, I like
sweatpants. Do not hide your boner, by the way.
Yeah,
I'm not 12 anymore. I don't have like a boner every 10 hours.
Yeah,
or every hour.
One of the kids had a teacher that wouldn't let them wear sweatpants to school
because of that.
Yeah, well, not
That's
because
smart.
of boners.
Oh.
Although I don't know. That might have been the reason. But he said like if you wear sweatpants to school, you've given up on life.
I gave up on life in high school. Now I'm back into life, but that's why I chose.
I don't think I own sweatpants.
Well, I'm wearing tights. I consider these sweatpants same diff.
Oh.
Same difference.
It's I don't own the like old school like sweatpants, even though they're great. I just don't. I don't think I even.
I
have
got some
a pair
Reebok Classics ones that are dope.
The old school Rocky ones, they're like bell bottom at the bottom.
That's kind of like
what I have. Great.
Yeah, I love that shit.
But then if it's wet outside, they get all like wet and gnarly.
Yeah, you gotta pull them up high.
You gotta hike
like
them
Steve
up.
Urkel.
I think it's gonna be cold out there this winter. I'm gonna be
not
needing some of those caffeine and kilos tights.
Speaking
just somebody hook me up.
Steve Urkel, this was a while ago, but I think Steve Urkel or whatever actor that was, he Woman Crush Wednesday Jackie P. On Instagram. The Steve Urkel.
Isn't he kind of?
What about fucking?
Yeah, he's into working out.
Fucking guy's name.
Goddamn.
French Montana, I think it was. It was French Montana. That motherfucker, he posted up a video, and so did
Montana.
One of the fucking Olympic lifters. They posted a video of Will Harris, my homie. I took a picture with at Gold's.
Yeah.
They posted a video of him doing his fucking robot shit, his robot bodybuilding routine.
That's great.
It's weird. Or maybe it was Yo Gotti. I don't know.
That's the best hype song.
I know.
Or hype
great.
word.
It's great.
He's dating a Kardashian. We just went full circle.
We did.
That was weird.
I tried to update Silent Mike on his wardrobe, and it really wasn't happening.
You got me a nice long sleeve shirt. I love that thing.
2 of them.
Yeah, I wore it yesterday.
Is
you
it
could
comfy?
dress it up. Oh, very comfy.
Fall asleep
I almost took a nap. I watched the worst movie last night. Where's Boar? He'd agree. It wasn't that bad. I almost started crying, though. It was about like 2 people that have cancer. They're like late teens, and they
did that one come with? Did it come with razor blades, or
they started falling in love, and then like the one you think's gonna die doesn't, and the other one dies, and I'm just sitting there crying with a fucking little chihuahua in my lap.
What was it called?
I forgot. It had the girl from Divergent in it.
Silent Mike cried.
Yeah. I get emotional, man.
Fuck.
You
get pulled in?
I do. Like like Mark and I talk about shit's gonna get weird, but we talk about death sometimes. Everybody goes through death, and that's part of life and stuff. And I've just gone through a lot of it at kind of a young age.
Yep.
And so
Mike's been to a lot of funerals.
Yeah. I went to 5 funerals in 1 year.
Jesus,
that's got to be a world record.
I got to tell you, I got to. Since we're gonna turn dark here for a moment,
yeah. God damn it.
I got a message
tissues.
last night from a fan in the UK. His name, I think, is Greg Robinson. He lost his best friend to suicide not all that long ago, which is not the first time we've heard that this year.
Yeah.
And he said that, listening to us has really helped him a lot. Just kind of giving him hope and lightened his mood and all that sort of stuff. And I don't think necessarily that there's something so special about us, but like if you can hook in with something that that works for your brain.
Yeah, or something semi-positive.
Well, I made a comment on Twitter. Somebody said that I helped them through, or some video that we made or something helped them through something, and I was just like, I don't even feel like I'm qualified to speak on the topic,
Yeah, I don't.
But he said, who better than to handle heavy shit than a powerlifter?
Yeah,
and I thought that was pretty cool, because
that's
a lot of the things that we talk about.
You talked about Mad Dog passing in that Reebok video, and what was missing to me was that and not a lot of people know this, but Jesse lost his brother.
Yeah.
After that. That the whole sequence was pretty pretty emotional. It was really good though. I think it was really well done.
You mean the Reebok clip?
Yeah. I thought that was really well done. Those of you who have not seen it should look it up, or I'll link it on here.
Yeah, and everybody deals with it a lot differently. Like Jesse doesn't talk about it. He doesn't really like to talk, even with me. Even with his best friend, he just doesn't really like to. He doesn't really like to go there. So everyone's a little different. Some people feel it's good for them to talk about it. Other people feel it's but everyone deals with it in different ways. And like, sometimes when someone's like in the hospital, or somebody gets sick, or like what's going on with your buddy Will. When something like that's happening, it's like, yeah, you're going there for them and you're showing support for them, but it's also for you,
right?
And I think that's fine. But it's good to identify that you're going there for yourself too. It's good therapy for you, and if it's good for you to talk about it, then talk about it more.
Yeah.
If it doesn't feel good to talk about it, then fucking keep it buried for as long as you need to keep it buried.
Yeah, or lift some weights and get that anger out.
Well, I think that too. There's a fine line between being able to talk about it and having it help, and talking about it in a way that perpetuates that feeling of desperation that you get out of it.
Get
and
yourself
I think
more upset or
riled
up.
Right. I think that's difficult, and that stuff comes out when you're exposed to other people, other media, whatever, and you process it on your own in that way. Hawken, speaking of crying in movies, I went to see Interstellar.
Yeah. Good, bad?
Oh,
you said it was pretty good. A bunch of people said it was good, except for
Boar.
Yeah, Boar hated it.
They call him Boar for a reason.
Yeah, boring.
I don't go to see movies because I don't think I'm going to like them.
Yeah, you get disappointed.
And I think that he goes to them and he has this hope that he's going to like them. But
see, I go in the opposite. I know, like, this may be bullshit, and I just want a little bit of entertainment for my $10 and an excuse to eat popcorn.
And I would probably have that attitude if I went to see a lot of movies, but I don't.
Yeah.
Well,
you got kids. You got to take them to their movies and whatever else.
Yeah. And so, it's just...
That's why I'm never having kids.
If I went to see a lot of movies, I'd probably just be like, fuck it, man. Yeah, that was okay.
That new kids movie's supposed to be dope, though, with a Hero or something. It looks like the Michelin Man.
Big Hero 6.
That's supposed to be cool.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really good.
What happened to Big Hero 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Never?
That's a good question. You have to see the movie.
Yeah.
San Francisco and Tokyo are the same city in that movie, too.
Does Godzilla come?
San Francisco, Tokyo.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that the name?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yes, exactly.
That is amazing.
What was I going to say? Interstellar. Not giving, because you can't really talk about Interstellar without giving up too much.
Is it? Yeah, some twists and turnies.
It's really a lot about parenthood.
Oh.
And if you have kids, it will hit you harder than if you don't. So no wonder Boar didn't, really lock into it, because it's a movie about parenthood.
Yeah. Uncle Boar is what I call him.
But somewhere in the middle, there's
Unky Boar.
Somewhere in the middle, there's a bit about seeing one of his kids, after not having seen him for a long time, and it was particularly emotional. And the kid doesn't even look the same as when I'm going to give too much away.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway,
something going on.
It was like, oh my God. I mean, all you can do is think about, like, what would happen if you didn't really see your kids for a long time and it was totally out of your control.
Well, if the movie can like take you to that fucking spot, then that's pretty good.
Oh yeah. It was emotionally involving, kind of in the same way that Gravity.
Yeah, I think a lot of movies don't take the fucking time.
Yeah.
They don't take the time.
Well, this one's 3 hours long.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Well, sometimes, yeah.
Plenty of time.
Well, it doesn't always have to be that long. I mean, I remember seeing it. It's kind of a stupid Mel Gibson movie. I can't remember which one it was, but like his daughter gets like shot on the front steps of his house or some shit.
Oh yeah, that wasn't bad. That got no love, but that was an okay movie.
What was the name of that?
I don't know. And she worked for like a corporation or something weird.
But yeah, and she was all tied in all this.
Yeah, it got weird, but it was pretty good.
But anyway, he's they just show this scene like where he's like showing his daughter how to brush her teeth.
Right.
She's fucking 4 or 3 or whatever. And it's like they show her as like a little girl, and then he's like doing some stuff with her on the beach and stuff. They show all this stuff, if I can remember correctly, before any of that stuff happened.
Yeah.
So like, oh man, like this guy's like a good dad, like he really cares. And it didn't take them a very long time to show you that.
Yeah,
it's just,
like, he's just involved with his daughter, and I always think about like fucking Braveheart or any of the movies that really build a character. Rocky's probably the fucking greatest movie of all time when it comes to that. But like in Braveheart, it's real simple. They build up a guy as being like a simple person. He doesn't want to fight. He doesn't want any trouble. He doesn't want to be involved in any bullshit. And then he gets married in secret. They fucking slice his wife's throat, and then he's like, "Motherfuckers, it's on."
Yeah.
And he just goes after him with everything he got. And I think I'm always a sucker for that kind of thing. But if a movie can fucking grab you and take you along, take you along for a fucking journey, then it's good.
Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Uncle Boar said that Dumb and Dumber 2 was good. He said he laughed, and Uncle Boar hates every movie in the world.
Yeah, Dumb and Dumber 1 is a fucking gem.
Yeah,
that's
amazing. Amazing.
God damn it.
This is the second sequel, but the first sequel was a prequel, right?
No Jim,
different.
No Jim Carrey.
The first,
I didn't even see it. No Jim Carrey. Fuck that.
No.
Edge of Darkness.
Edge of Darkness.
Oh.
That wasn't too bad.
It's a weird title.
Yeah.
But that first, no, we can't.
Can we just go to questions?
No, we can't.
Just a couple. They're all right though. They're good ones.
We can't. We can't do it. We have one question here before we get to the questions. Oh, Jesse Burke, 715. He missed it on depth. That fat fuck. 675 squat though, as you said earlier.
See, I'm on top.
Anyway, we got a question from fucking Ryan Higgins, who is the angriest person on the interwebs.
Well, there's a lot.
But occasionally get texted from texted. Is that a fucking word?
Text.
Sexted. He sexted me. Anyway,
how many nudies are in that thread right there?
There's a few. There's a couple of cack pics. You got to mix those in there. Snapchat cack pics.
Yeah, it makes the text go down easier.
What? Snapchat, by the way, is just for dick pics. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, somebody tried to talk me into Snapchat. That's not.
That was probably Fat Dan. He's so into it.
He just wants to send you pictures of his dick and his asshole.
He can do that anyway.
That's when you turn your phone sideways. You're like, no, this can't be, and you keep looking at it. You're like, but it is. But why am I? Oh, why am I looking at it? Oh, that looks terrible. Anyway, Ryan Higgins is a former Super Training member. He's been training in the San Jose area for a longish time. Powerlifter, he's deadlifted 750 successfully, squatted over 600 pounds and just a pair of knee sleeves. And he just shot me a question. I figured, fuck it, I might as well share it here. His question is about...
So wait, we get to answer your questions, but not my questions?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I'd figured this is a good one to share with everybody.
All right, go ahead.
He's not eligible for the Reebok.
He's not eligible for shit.
Okay.
Because he's an asshole.
Okay,
we all know that.
The least eligible bachelor.
Yeah. The grumpiest motherfucker on the planet. He's just one of those guys, He just always looks like he's smelling shit. Like
red ass is the term that I always think of.
It's like, dude, who shit in your fucking Fruit Loops this morning?
And it's funny because I both have a good relationship with him in the real world.
Yeah.
He
just likes to be a dick.
He just likes to be a dick.
He loves to be the heel.
Anyway, go on. What's his question?
His question is that the weights feel heavy when he does a squat. Anything over like 405 just feels heavy, and he just he typically kind of gets rounded over with his squats.
Yep.
If you go on his Facebook, Ryan Higgins, if you go on his Facebook and check him out, you'll kind of see
so many creepers.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of creepers.
It's gonna be great.
Anyway,
we should do that once a week. Just send all our listeners
Creeper of the week.
Yeah, that'd be great.
The couple of easy ways to help make the weight feel a little bit lighter. A couple of things you can do, even though some of the raw people get all pissy about bands or chains, is you could use some bands or chains occasionally. Maybe throw them in every other week, and that way you have a little bit of an overload at the top. You could also do some reverse band work, set the bands up to where they're not doing a whole lot for you, and the weights are still really heavy at the top. Maybe it's only helping you 40, 50 pounds out of the bottom.
What about some heavy walkouts, heavy holds,
pin
squats really high?
Right, holding the... An Anderson squat would be good, where you just you squat the weight up 3/4 of the way from the bottom. Any sort of heavy ab work, Zercher squats seem to be pretty effective for that. Even like a front squat would be really good. Even a front squat on rack would be really good, just because it's awful and it stimulates your stomach and your nutsack. Heavy weighted planks. And just on racking, 500 pounds, holding it for 10, 15 seconds, that'll just feel like death. And then probably the most important thing is to teach yourself how to get tight and utilize some repetitions. If you do sets of 3 to 6 repetitions, have every repetition be an individual single, where you're getting yourself tight and you're locking in every single repetition, trying to make it be the same. I suggest watching the Lilla Bridges. They are the fucking kings. There's nobody better than those motherfuckers at locking in their squats. So I suggest checking into them. Those are all really good ways of making the weight feel lighter when you're doing your squats.
What about some beltless work? You do some notes. My phone's going fucking nuts.
Say somebody's ringing.
God,
Yeah.
getting blown up. Some beltless work reps, because then when you throw on your belt, you feel so tight automatically.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is just your mentality when you unrack it. I know Mark already said, like, get as tight as you fucking can. But if you slam that thing, you unrack it, make sure your rack height's good, and then you fucking feel so tight and strong.
And you might just need to go. You know, like some people will wait forever.
Like
before
diarrhea.
Yeah. I mean, look at Marcus. You know, Marcus just unracks it, and he's like,
he don't give a fuck.
Halfway down before you even move the monolift out of the way. You're like, whoa, that guy's in a fucking hurry.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that you move like a bat out of hell or anything, that you go out of control and you plummet to the fucking ground, but you try to be aggressive with that beginning part of it. Maybe you kind of realize, like, oh, if I have to take a second breath, I might not be able to get a full breath. And so you just get one breath, you get yourself tight, and you just start going like motherfucker.
I think that anytime you take too long, it's a mistake.
No. Too long, never heard of it. Know what I mean, big boy?
Yeah. You can be holding the bar for
you can be holding the bar for
excessive
too long,
period of time.
Yeah. I mean,
let's get to our Reebok competition, finally.
Hey!
This is sponsored by Reebok One and Silent Mike with 2Ks.
We're just going to... let's call our Instagrams out right now. That gave us a good little push rather than doing it at the end.
Did it really?
Yeah, let's just... You did. I saw. Your fucking followers went up. Just fucking follow us on social media. Is that too much to ask?
Jim McD, STTV. That's Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah, all ours the same on Instagram and Twitter. Silent Mike with 2Ks. Mark Smelly Bell. It's that easy. We post cool shit.
At Mark Bell's PowerCast.
Yeah, and check out some of the people that are supporting us too. Caveman Coffee, BSN, bodybuilding.com, that kind of shit. Reebok One and Reebok.
And we got
check it all out. That they're supporting us.
BSN's at BSN Supplements on I think everything, and Caveman Coffee Co.
Yep. And we got Mark Bell's PowerCast on Instagram now, bringing you the latest and greatest. And we also have MB Slingshot, the official Slingshot Instagram.
Just balance it out and quit being such perverts. I mean, at least you'll have something to go to and you can click on when your wife comes around.
You can hide your other likes.
No. I was checking out MB Slingshot. Of Kim Valentine. Babe, I got no idea who that is. How would I even know who she is?
Yeah, why is she wearing a slingshot thong? That's weird.
Yeah, she's wearing a
slingshot thongs coming to a gym near you.
Bam.
All right.
Sling thong.
So, first question here. We just got a little contest with Reebok. If you guys didn't hear last week's episode,
I'm out of here.
We're going to just answer a couple questions. Mark Bell, let's just go in a circle.
Don't make it complicated. Okay. Start out with something easy.
This is actually kind of complicated. All right, here's an easy one. When are you going to get Jackie P? That's Jackie Perez on the PowerCast.
Oh, my God.
Well, she has lain with Barbell Shrugged twice now, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, she's all over the place. She might be over us.
Yeah.
She's too big. All right, moving on.
We can get her.
Yeah, we can.
Her? How can I increase my mobility for wide stance sumo deadlifts?
Some wide stance back squats would be my first option, and also trying to do some of your box squats with a hip circle on, and some of your even sumo pulling with a hip circle on, just to really work on torquing your knees out,
twerking your
and then also just some of the hip stretches that we do all the time at Super Training that are from our boy Kelly Starrett, mobilitywod.com. I believe there's a video where I take over
shit ton of it. Yeah.
And my face is super fat. Maybe Jim can attach that somewhere or something.
I was also going to say,
I think it's just Mark Bell and Kelly Starrett. Just look at it on YouTube. If you Google it or whatever the fuck, it should come up.
Just slowly moving your stance out will do it too. Like don't just all of a sudden
don't try to do it all at one time.
Yeah, high-heeled narrow squatter and then just go all super wide or go conventional. Just go a moderate stance and slowly move yourself out an inch each week. All right, Mark Bell.
I think that you're going to have a difficult time squatting in a wide stance in Olympic shoes.
Yeah, things get weird.
It can start to get a
little if I bench press more, will this improve my nipple hardness so I can be more like Mark Bell?
Oh, my God.
God, that's a good question.
Is
your nipple hardness correlated with your 500-pound bench?
I don't think so.
It's not.
Juan Lai has some major nipplage and does not bench 500 pounds raw. So
that's
I don't know. There's the correlation there.
So you might be able to get away with just nice nipples and not be able to bench
I think
shit.
if you bench once a week, I think that should be good enough for your nipples.
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. What else we got?
Notice that patch behind your head's a totally different color. Anyway.
Yeah, you're highlighted.
Apparently we're painting.
This guy pulled a hammy doing a hill sprint.
Oh, my God.
What exercises will help rehab? Well, one, maybe you should go to howmuchyoubench.net and get a hammy band.
Yeah, a compression cuff that'll fit around.
That feels amazing.
That'll fit around the old hammy.
Yeah, measure yourself up, get a band on there, give a little bit of compression, a little bit of pain, so you can.
The best thing that I found for that when I blew out a hammy, squat 1,041.
Boom.
Nice plug. Boop boop. Yeah, I blew out a hammy a long time ago. That was a pretty fucking bad injury. That sucker hurt really bad. The best thing that I found is kind of walking with some really stiff legs, like a Frankenstein type walk with the prowler. So you want to kind of lean forward, get it, a couple degrees forward, and kind of load your hamstrings. Let that thing stretch. It should actually kind of hurt every time you move your foot forward. You only probably need to have like a 25 on each side, maybe just or 45, something real
depending
light.
on the ground.
And you're trying to get your foot as forward as you can without, busting your shin into the prowler. A sled would work as well.
Yeah, how do you feel about backwards sled drags?
Yeah, backward sled drags are good, but that's kind of get a little bit more quaddy than it will hamstring. Forward and backwards would be.
What about doing things doggy style? Does that help at all?
Doggy style. That'll
Not
be good.
really. Yeah, that's good. All right.
Hitting it from the back will help.
All right. This guy has 2 questions. We're gonna fucking only take one. Colton Jones, son of a bitch, call out. He said, "What was your
cheater?"
Yeah. What was your first bulk like? Yeah, I know this whole bulk cut thing. It's so bodybuilder or whatever.
You started off.
You fat as fuck.
You were bulky, and then you cut, and then
that's at all of us. It's not even at Mark. But
I don't even know what that means.
Like just gaining weight rather than losing weight.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
I can answer that question a little bit.
Yeah.
I sort of have an answer to that.
I don't even know what he wants. Let's skip this guy.
Well,
Colton Jones, you suck.
I'll tell you that I went from like 12 weeks, gained like 13 pounds.
Yeah, if you're young.
Doing German volume training.
Yeah, if you're young.
And I ate like a motherfucker.
And you're skinny, just fucking eat and live.
That was probably the lowest body fat I've ever been in my whole life. And
good things will come, right?
Yeah.
Here's a decent question. What's the next CrossFit? I don't know why that's in the fucking quotations. Hit, strongman or Olympic lifting? I think that question is a little weird because it seems like Olympic lifting is kind of a very popular lift right now in CrossFit. But I think he's like, what's the next trend gonna?
That Venn diagram is pretty.
Yeah. Yeah. What you think, Smelly? You think CrossFit's gonna move around to some power lifts, or
no,
maybe more gymnastics based, or maybe ice skating based? No,
there isn't one. CrossFit is something that's been a decade in the making, and it's just arrived in a bigger way in the last 2-3 years. The affiliation with Reebok has been big, and with ESPN and stuff like that. But CrossFit is just going to continue to grow, and it's powerlifting, weightlifting, strongman is not really going to change a whole lot.
Boom.
Done.
Do you think CrossFit's set in its ways?
It's just going to continue to grow.
Yeah, no, but I think he's asking like what there's kind of like an emphasis. Like there's an emphasis of weightlifting inside of CrossFit. Do you think there's going to be it's going to move, or do you think it's always going to kind of be?
I think we know that a lot of CrossFitters know that strength training is a really important part of CrossFit, and strength training is like huge for the grid league guys.
Yeah, I think a lot of the ladies, whatever those workouts are, the set workouts are like whatever, a lot of weightlifting based.
Yeah, I think the Olympic lifts they showcase or they demonstrate a variety of strength and power and mobility.
Yeah,
that some of the other lifts don't. So I don't really see a huge change in that. Strongman can be extremely limiting if you look at like there is. Like in the pro strongman, so I know there's like smaller dudes or whatever, but like when you watch ESPN, there's no smaller guys. Everyone's 400 and 6'8". Everyone's enormous.
They're much like the three of us.
There's no room for like smaller, CrossFit-y dudes doing strongman. So I don't think you'll see a ton of that. I mean, they could set the weights to be certain weights for farmers walk.
I think they do have some yoke walk and local competitions,
and it's cool and stuff. But it's like strongman is really just brutal, and even the stones and stuff. I mean, if you're really tall and really long, then you can you can do crazy shit with the stones, but I just don't see it.
I think powerlifting might be the next emphasis, just based on I think 2 big competitions lately.
Powerlifting wouldn't be hard for them to add more.
Well, I think there was a bench
repetitions
press,
and a squat and a bench.
There was a bench press WOD in the CrossFit team
that,
series, and then there was also, I don't know, don't quote me, but Wadapalooza or one of these bigger competitions had another bench press.
Jason
in it.
Kalipa
awesome.
is big on bench pressing, and
I think they all bench. Yeah, they all bench.
A lot of the guys are into it.
All right, I know you don't like this question, so I'll say it. You can just fucking pass it quickly. What is the future of powerlifting, and what do you see in its future, or what do you want to see in its future?
The next thing with powerlifting, I think, is going to be coming through fucking super training. So we'll see what happens with everything. But I think that'll probably be the biggest thing that happens with powerlifting, and I don't know if it'll do much else. Yeah,
obviously it's the raw movement, I think, is here to stay for a while, it's not going to the Olympics, and things are getting not improving in terms of federations.
What I would like to see is more people who are self-professed gym rats doing more power lifts.
Yeah, I agree.
Regardless of where they're doing them.
I think
I don't care beyond that. I don't care if they compete. I don't care. I just want them to get stronger by every once in a while maxing the fuck out on a single.
I think it's the best way to have any kind of self-improvement in any area of your life is to start focusing hard on your strength and getting stronger. And it's kind of a cliche thing. All these girls say it, like, stop focusing on the scale and stop focusing on your abs and focus on getting strong, and in the long run you'll look better. But it's just the fucking truth.
Well, and it goes the other way too. Like, a lot of the people that focus on bodybuilding, some of the people that are already pretty lean that focus in on bodybuilding are super fucking strong. They're not like so worried and so connected to the strength aspect, so they therefore get better, because they're not so like crazy about it like we are. And then the same thing happens with aesthetics too, where you're not really, that's not your main focus, is to take your shirt off every 5 seconds. Mike.
Yeah, look who's talking.
Fucking Austin, who had to.
What was he doing?
He's posing for the calendar.
Yeah, that was gross.
I guess so. Yeah.
All right, here's our next one. What is the best way to break through a squat plateau?
He could have looked worse though.
Hey, speaking of Reebok, I just got a text. This is from our boy.
Breaking news. This just
our boy Jared Davis just hit a 320-pound clean. It's more than a 30-pound PR.
I wonder why. And why?
Was just recently.
He just deadlifted at super training.
Yeah.
I got a video of that. I should post that later. JD, I'll post it up. I think he sent me this hat. Shout out, JD.
Nice hat.
God, this is my favorite hat.
Yeah,
in the world.
he's been focusing a little bit more on powerlifting, and
we
again, like,
have a
once
video that features him that we is awaiting.
JD the
we need to get to. Yeah, but like once you get a little bit away from some of those things that you normally do, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Like you've been doing the fucking sprints and shit like that.
Who knows? And my quads are huge.
Well, once you stop sprinting and recover from it better and stuff like that, maybe when you go back to just focusing on deadlifting heavy, maybe you'll be stronger.
No, I'm gonna be really strong.
No, I'm saying.
No, I know what you mean.
Because you might gain a couple more pounds back.
And I'm gonna be
like
so good looking in about 10 years.
Oh my god.
All right, next. What is the best way to break through a squat plateau? And I might say this is the Don or D Shive. He's on all our stuff. He's a fucking everywhere on Twitter.
He's a pimp.
Yeah, but I just saw his picture. He's got a cute little lady next to him.
Oh.
I didn't think anybody that listened to us has any kind of female relations.
She could be a beard.
Yeah.
If
it's from the waist up. Who knows what's going on down there?
If you're currently stuck with your squat and you're squatting often, then try to squat less. If you're stuck with your squat and it's not progressing and you only squat once a week, try adding in twice a week. Try adding in 3 times a week.
Yeah, volume and
switch
frequency.
Switch it up from whatever it is you're currently doing if it's not working. If you're currently making some progress, then don't fucking worry about it.
Stick with it. And
times 2 with that. And also
everybody's so impatient.
Yeah, look at everying else you're not doing. Maybe you do need some sled work. Maybe you need some stiff legs. Maybe you need some front squats. And maybe you need to eat more and sleep more.
Keep in mind, too, the barbell movements are great. That's what makes them great as they are, barbell movements. But that's also what makes them damaging. Doing too many barbell movements in a workout can kill you. So if you're doing too much of that and not enough assistance work, it should be about 50-50 for a while. And you might have to shift that one way or the other. But best way to break through any plateau is to fucking double your efforts. Start working harder, have a really positive mindset going into the gym that you will get better.
Rick Ross always helps.
Yeah, some Ricky Rose would be a good idea. Make sure you have some fucking Reebok powerlifting shoes and get after it, motherfucker.
If I CrossFit twice per week and a train is traveling 20... Oh, sorry. That was kind of weird. If I CrossFit twice a week, how do you suggest I add in bodybuilding? I just like lifting.
Jesus, bodybuilding and CrossFit?
Just do it after you CrossFit. If you're only CrossFitting twice a week, that's 5 other days to bodybuild.
Yeah.
I'm no mathematician, but I think that's easy.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think things conflict as bad as people say. You know, people like back when we were doing West Side real heavily, people would be like, "Oh, you ruined the whole dynamic effort day." I don't think your body just like fucking forgets what you just did because you just went heavier after you did your dynamic effort work.
Just ruined the day.
And who the fuck cares about a couple studies and what they say? Just do your own thing and try to make the progress that you're going after. But with bodybuilding, yeah, you can mix in. There's no reason why you can't mix in a little bit of bodybuilding with your CrossFittiness. I mean, a lot of those dudes are fucking jacked.
Yeah, I think it's a great thing to end any session with. I mean, that's pretty typical. We go heavy in our competition lifts, and then we end it with some bodybuilding movements. The same thing with CrossFit. Do your Metcons or your gymnastics work, your skill work, or your Olympic lifts. Finish it off with some dumbbell rows and barbell curls. That's called the jacked and tan lifestyle, my friend.
I think there's a very good chance there's going to be a whole lot more bodybuilding type activity around here now that we're in this facility. I feel like
you just got to be able to put the emphasis on whatever it is that you're trying to get better at. So if you'd rather be jacked, then you're going to have to do your bodybuilding stuff first and your Metcon after.
Yeah. Chill out on the cardio if you're trying to gain some muscle. That's so simple.
Booyah.
Unless you're going to start eating a shit ton more.
Yeah, which is so great. I'm eating so much food now. I'm fucking loving life.
Protein.
This guy asked like 20 questions in a row. You people are so
blew out.
Greedy.
He said Reebok shoes best for squats and deads. I usually deadlift shoeless.
Oh my God. Yeah. I like
honestly, who throws a shoe?
Some people prefer to lift in a deadlift slipper. People that don't like to have much of a shoe. I know Eric Lillibridge.
I know. I was about to make a joke, but he's such a badass. I was about to say like slippers.
Yeah, I know.
That's so fairy of him. But
they're
badasses, so I can't say anything.
It is. Well, some people like to be as low to the fucking ground as they possibly can be.
I can see the advantage of that, but at the same time, I always felt like the thing that hurt a lot after heavy deadlifts and meet is my feet would be fucking killing me, and I always wore the thinnest sole I could get away with. So
if you can try a Reebok powerlifting shoe on, you're gonna feel the difference right away. So it's a good shoe.
The sole is so thin.
Yeah, and if you wanted to be closer to the ground, you can simply take some of the padding out of it and be closer to the floor.
Insole.
But
or
it's
just
not,
get stronger and not have to pull it 1 centimeter further.
Yeah, it's not a huge deal. But the other thing about a powerlifting shoe. The Reebok powerlifting shoe, it's flat, and it's not a replacement for an Olympic lifting shoe. So sometimes I've had people ask me that question a lot, and they're like, "Oh, is it better than?" It's like it may or may not be better. That's
different purpose, right?
That's for you to determine. If you feel good in Olympic lifting shoes, then look at Max Aeta, hit a 733 squat. He's in more of an Olympic lifting style shoe. Why would he change anything?
Right, and I think it comes down to ankle flexibility for a lot of people, especially beginners,
and wiener size.
And you got a lot of guys breaking a lot of records many different ways.
Break a lot of wind.
Find a shoe that feels good to you, but I do know that if you try the Reebok powerlifting shoe on, that you'll fucking like it.
Yeah, most people we find that have really tried it buy multiple pairs, and they wear them day to day.
It's a fucking awesome shoe for walking. Yeah. It's unbelievable.
This is my third pair.
Yeah, they're the go-tos for walking and hanging out.
Actually, technically, it's my 4th pair because I gave away a pair to Marcus.
Fat Marcus.
Yeah.
What would your best move? What was, I believe? I don't know what the guy's saying. What was your best move that has brought you success? In what you've done? Oh my God!
I think it was meeting me. Haven't you been a lot more successful since you met me? I'm not, but maybe I'm just a catalyst.
Yeah,
that you've done in life. What was your best? What was your best?
Jim
move?
McD.
That's me.
Boom, game over.
That was me. That was the answer to that question.
What's the fucking question?
What's the what's like your best single move that has brought you success in your life?
Oh my God!
This is gonna get so cliche.
I can answer this question for you if you want.
No, I think I gotta get it. The main thing that I've been able to do is to realize that I can't do shit on my own. That's been the main thing all along. You know, whether it's bringing in Jim to run this shit, the podcast, do supertraining.tv, all the videos, the thousands of fucking videos that we have up, bringing in Silent Mike to assist me, and then fucking getting married to somebody who can organize and someone who was the breadwinner in the family for a long time.
So you married Andy just to use an abuser.
I married up.
I'm married up too. I suggest that if you ever get married, that you marry up.
I'm never getting married.
Yes, you are.
Watch out for that sidewards vagina thing.
One day One day
They're out there.
Maybe I'll be able to marry multiple ladies, and then I'll fucking really move up. A Kardashian.
We talked about this the other day. Vaginas look like that should be something that's like at the bottom of the sea.
Why do vaginas look like
yeah.
Cuttlefish? Cuttlefish.
Could you imagine swimming? You're like,
it's a killer vagina.
Look at all these clamshells I found.
And they're like slightly different, but they're all the same.
Oh my god.
They literally. Do you know what a cuttlefish is?
I don't think so.
Google a cuttlefish. Everybody Google
I'm gonna
a
buy
cuttlefish.
one. Fuck.
They look very similar.
I'm gonna fuck a cuttlefish. This is gonna be awesome.
A friend of mine on
the air
on Facebook said, "Why are they called Tampax Pearl?"
because they look like a clam.
Because they're for your clam.
Yeah, there you go.
Boom, boom. But yeah, me and
pearls
Mark
are growing oysters. So
you guys think that we just are weird and stuff in the podcast. Me and Mark talked about vaginas and its intricacies for about half an hour straight.
Oh my god!
Well, I don't even know what else we talked about.
At the bottom of the sea. That's all
they literally look like
They don't look. Yeah,
I would never swim again if I saw a dick swimming past me. That would be scary.
There's at least one ex-member that you should not go swimming with. Then
I don't want to swim with anybody.
Anyway,
all right. Do you think formal comps meets our necessity for measuring, proving performance and progress? Do you think you have to compete to measure your performance?
No, but I think it gives you some real set goals.
I
don't think people are gonna. You're not gonna do that much on your own. I mean, you're just not. You're not gonna really push yourself
unless you're that guy that can be super accountable to yourself all the time. And no, posting your goals on the internet does not make you more accountable.
Yeah, I think a meet does, just in the fact that like you taper for it, you take a week off, you eat for it perfect.
Right,
yeah,
right.
The training obviously you train a little harder, but I train pretty hard anyways.
You treat yourself like an athlete. That's
yeah,
right.
Yeah, you get all fired up. If you're a gamer, you're going to do better. If you're not a gamer, you're going to do worse.
You're also you're not just like judging yourself. You have judges that are
there's standards.
Yeah, there are going to be some standards.
Right. Well, and there's a whole mental aspect to it as well. That is something you can carry over to the rest of your life, I think.
Yeah, but you don't necessarily have to. I just don't think most people will. It's similar to, Kelly Starrett saying, take this ball and fucking rub it on your elbow as hard as you can to help get rid of pain.
Wait, what? He never told me that.
To help get rid of pain in your tricep. Like, you're not going to do it hard enough. You're not going to do it with the intensity that's necessary for it to get better. So you need to go see a motherfucking doctor to fucking rub it out,
so to speak.
What are you talking about? I don't know how I feel about this next question. He said, I see Silent Mike getting around on YouTube fitness community.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, what is he talking about? I'm not getting around.
That's a fucking low blow.
That's so rude. He said,
"What
"When
am
I
getting around? You fucking slut."
I don't get around nowhere.
Wait, where are you getting around?
Nowhere. The YouTube
Where have
fitness.
you been, you fucking sick motherfucker?
He said the YouTube fitness community. When am I going to start a YouTube channel? I kind of have one. It might happen.
That's disgusting.
He has one.
We're in our own gym now.
Where have you been? Let me smell your fingers.
Guess what I did last night?
And your dick.
Oh. Ooh. Why does it smell like cuttlefish?
It's like teriyaki. Cuttlefish.
Teriyaki cuttlefish.
All right, that question is gone. We'll fucking videos and podcasts are coming.
You better
galore.
stop getting around and fucking get to work. Mike Rashid needs some fucking gangster raps.
I know. Mike Rashid just tagged me in something too.
He's pissed.
I know. He's mad.
He's fucking black.
He's mad. Yeah, he'll kill me.
Yeah, he will.
He just posted us in a picture. It's great. We talk about this.
He's jacked and he's black.
He said him and his friends.
Jack Black.
Jackie Chan and Jacked Black.
Yeah, combination.
He said
he's gonna kick your fucking ass.
Yeah, he's huge. He'll knock
your fucking teeth out.
He said him and his friends will find funny shit on the internet and just buy it for each other.
That's
like he just tagged us in the most ridiculous tank top. Anyways.
That's awesome. Oh, this just in. JD, he got the 30-pound PR not only from deadlifting at Super Training Gym, but he also was assisted by our new knee sleeves. Boom. Game over. Game over. Game over.
Wait, Slingshot has knee sleeves?
Slingshot has knee sleeves.
Are you fucking high?
Yeah, I think they're on howmuchyoubench.net, Michael.
What, are you going to take over the whole world?
Oh, my God. Where do I buy them? How much do they cost?
How thick are they?
7? Are they 7 millimeter?
5.2 and a half. They'll give me 15 pounds of fucking rebound.
Jesus Christ.
We covered last time
that was just the entire powerlifting community.
Oh,
we just made fun of. Yes. All right, moving on.
Oh, my God.
Sorry, guys.
Are they IPF approved? Shut the fuck up.
Oh, here's a great question. This guy's trying to really win this gift card. He said, does Silent Mike eat his meals while wearing a slingshot? He's getting damn jacked, tan and strong.
Damn.
God. What's up, Jay Quinn? What's up, baby?
You want to eat it off the slingshot? We went off this. We went
need to
over
post
this.
that video again. That kid, I think
That
it
guy
was
was
Chris
great.
Khaleesa. He wants to come intern
Is he
here.
related to Wiz Khalifa?
His Twitter
What's
name
the
is like that.
intern here? Do what?
You said yeah. I don't know why.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's he gonna do?
On Twitter.
I only heard about that. I didn't really.
He had a
see
caffeine
it.
and kilos hat on at
nothing
the
to do
Olympia.
here,
I
I don't
remember him.
think.
I remember him.
Is there anything to do here?
He could like get us coffee while we're trying to podcast. I need an assistant.
He can just occasionally yell "Omaha" in the background.
Audible, kill.
If Kara has an intern, we can have an intern.
All right. What frequency for the big lifts?
I gotta poop.
Squat. He said squat. He didn't even say
good.
squat. What frequency for the big lifts? Squat, bench, deads. Do you believe is most optimal for naturals? Not for fucking radioactive.
naturals.
Not for the radioactive. Not for Captain fucking America. Not for fucking Mark Bell. But
Not
for
for
them
anybody
naturals.
with 3 nipples.
For the organic lifters. Organic.
I think you can squat multiple times a week. Find what's going to work best for you. But commonly, I've seen it at least twice a week work really well for people. Deadlifting once a week, and bench is a little bit up in the air, but usually a light bench workout and a heavier bench workout. So twice a week is good for that. So twice a week on squat, twice a week on bench, and about once a week on deadlift.
And I think the better your form is, the more you could do it.
Yeah, you could do something if you're really proficient at it, you could probably do it more often.
And if you suck, get better.
Yeah, you're going to have to do it less.
I also think that's it. You suck. Fucking natural bullshit. Everybody can do the same. You just got to manage your volume for you. Natural to natural, or me to
male,
230
male,
pounds.
female,
Yeah,
and
natural has nothing to do with it.
Football versus basketball. It's all the same.
Yeah, if you work on your knees all day like Casey. But if you're laying, if you have a construction job.
The beat dropped in there, I think.
If you have a construction job, or compared to a desk job, you can handle less volume. Your body's just taking a beating. If you're eating more food, if you're
I got to pee. What do I got to do?
You want to stop for a second?
Here's our word
Okay,
from
we're
our
gonna pause.
sponsors.
We'll be back. And we're back.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen?
I went to the bathroom after Mark Bell, and I thought that I had stepped into a coffee shop because
this guy says, it smelled like pee.
Straight coffee in there.
This guy says he loves the Slanger products, but we don't have any belts. What belts do we recommend? Just a fucking thick leather one, buddy.
I like the Rogue belt. Is a good belt to start out with.
That brown leather one.
Yeah, the tannish one.
They made a new
Ohio
one too,
belt
I
or whatever
think.
it is.
I just like the fact that you don't have to spend half your life trying to fucking break it in.
Yeah.
So that ends up being a pretty good belt. In terms of regular belts, it's just kind of hard because the belts they're always super stiff. If you get a lever belt, you don't have to really worry about it whether it's stiff or not. But I'm not a fan of those because they always fit weird. And then if you lose 5 pounds or gain 5 pounds, you got to adjust it every 5 seconds. The single prong belts seem like they're easier, but a double prong belt you can actually get a little bit tighter because you only need to lock in one side, and once you get the one side in, then you can stick the other side in there. But there's really I would just go with the Rogue belt, go with the tannish looking Rogue belt, not the black one. The black one's not as good.
Besides the big 3 movements, what are your 5 favorite movements and 5 best for carryover?
Jesus, 5 movements?
All right, so I'll go first.
Bowel.
I like bowel movement. I like
I'll try to answer it more general, but go ahead.
All right, I like the front squat. I like the block pull. I like the close grip bench.
Mm-hmm.
I also like deficit deadlifts, and I like back squats.
Okay, I will say slingshot.
Oh yeah, fuck.
Slingshot bench. I would say
I got killed.
reverse band deadlift, although I haven't done them in ages.
Yeah, those are cool.
I've actually done reverse band slingshot bench. So that sounds like I'm really loading up on the accommodating resistance, and that would
loaded.
be correct. But I have actually benched more like that than I have in a bench shirt. Like I benched over 500 pounds like that.
Damn.
I'm not suggesting that anybody do that. I'm just saying that I did it.
Right.
As a test to see if I could bench more than I had in a shirt.
Before Mark Bell comes in and embarrasses both, I agree. You got to find what works best for you, because front squats aren't great for everybody, and this and that's not great. You got to find out the movements that transfer for you. But go ahead.
Well, other than the block pull, you didn't really include anything that was an accommodating resistance lift.
Yeah. I do like chains and
Variation.
bands. I use them all the time.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hello? If I could intervene for a second.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'd have to say, incorporating some stuff to make yourself bigger is crucial, and that'll transfer over to fucking everything. So bench press, train your fucking arms, biceps, triceps in terms of like movements. Straight bar curl is pretty good. Tricep extensions are good with the curl bar. Those work really well. Close grip bench press has a great carryover to any sort of pressing movement, whether it's a regular bench press or an overhead press. And just trying to use exercises that allow you to actually use some weight rather than like something like an overhead squat or something weird like that is just not something that's going to allow you to handle much weight. So try to find some exercises, basic exercises that you're pretty good at. That's why people like to do like one-arm rows and things like that, because it can actually handle 100-pound dumbbells or 150-pound dumbbells. But lately, I've been mixing in a little bit of bodybuilding stuff, and it's really been making me feel really good on all the movements. Nothing really hurts right now, which is good because I'm just incorporating more balance. So when I say bodybuilding stuff, just simple 3 sets of 10, hitting up a lot of rear delts and shoulder work. That just wasn't otherwise hitting. You get caught up in the powerlifting stuff and you forget about just good old-fashioned fucking front raises, side raises, rear delts, face pulls, upright rows, bent over rows,
bent over hose.
Bent over hose. Well, you got to talk about that.
Bento.
Things like flies. People like you wouldn't think there'd be great transfer over to it, but if it's something that prevents you from getting hurt and blowing out a pec, then that means you're in the game longer and you have better opportunity for getting stronger.
A wise guy once told me, big pecs equals big checks.
Yeah, see? And pec decks.
Yeah. God.
So you need to hit up shit like the pec deck. It sounds funny, or cable crossovers. Those type of movements can be really effective in any sort of, I know I'm listing 9 million exercises, but like it was suggested by Dave Tate years ago, and no one ever listened to the poor guy. But take care of yourselves. At the end of a workout, you're done doing your squats and deadlifts. Why not do some lunges? Why not do some step ups?
Oh,
why not do some
that's what you meant by take care of yourself. I thought of something different.
Yeah. Well, that too. One-legged squats. Shit like that allows you some. I guess almost like even like box jumps or something along those lines. Sprints. Something that allows some sort of athletic movement rather than just you moving in a single plane, moving some weight around.
What do we got here? Can you do more meat videos with commentary?
Meat videos with commentary? No.
All right, there you go.
Well, I mean, we
don't have enough meats.
We can, but that's one issue. Another issue is that, like, we've done one meat video where we were commenting on other lifters.
Yeah, the backyard meat.
Yeah, and that's a great video, and it has fucking 100,000 views.
Just go watch that.
It's a great video. However, having interesting lifters and then having lifters that are name lifters and that you can comment on in a video format.
Regular saved footage of the last meet, or is that just live stream, or is it both?
How
does that work out?
This last meet, last week?
He doesn't even know.
Yeah, you have it saved. Yeah.
There's about an hour probably of footage from the last meet, including the Bridges and a couple others. Not everybody.
Right.
The women's meet, just because I had the right combination of circumstances, the women's meet, there's 100% of, or nearly 100% of that between
Maybe
the live stream.
We'll analyze some ladies.
Yeah, no
possibly
kidding.
So. I just think it's it's a little bit of a slippery slope. It's fine for us to comment on our own lifters.
You don't want to be the fucking
I'm not going to call out somebody who's not a name lifter.
Yeah,
and even then,
we don't know if it's their first meet or if they've ever touched a weight. You don't want to just rip them apart on
right.
public.
It just I mean, if somebody asks us for that kind of feedback, that's different.
Yeah. This young lady, Lucy, wants to know when we're going to start doing more video blogs.
I don't know what that is.
That's like kind of like our trip to. Cal Strength and behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you guys just did an hour and a half of
Barbell Brigade. More of that'll come. Don't worry. Just keep your ears tuned to the street because shit's about to blow up.
Yeah, if you're hungry for super training content, we're going to feed you.
Yeah, we'll fucking shove it down your throats. All right. Silent Mike, Mark Smelly Bell, and Jim McD. What are your diets like nowadays, and can I buy your used socks? We just had a huge conversation about socks while we were doing our heterosexual shopping.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, it was great. What's your diet like, Smelly? Give us a...
I don't eat carbs. That's pretty much it. War on carbs. Hashtag war on carbs.
That's so simple.
I eat a lot of fat to keep myself...
Fat?
Keep myself big. I'm about 250. And when I plummet down below 250, I get weaker. So I want to stay strong. And so I keep my fat content high.
I just track everything I eat. Every single thing I eat, I track.
Bam.
That's easy.
I'm on the seafood diet.
Oh my God, he loves seafood.
Yeah, exactly. If I see it, I eat it. No,
cuttlefish.
Yes.
The cuttlefish diet.
Oh my God.
I'm still like pretty much eating moderate carbs. That's one of I haven't just totally blown up. I eat a lot of very fresh food. I cook. I don't track anything at the moment. When I have a bunch of travel coming up, and regardless of what anybody says, it's very fucking hard to stay on some kind of a diet when you're traveling. So after the first of the year, I'm going to be just a huge cliche. And,
boom. Good job.
Start over with the new year.
Start over with the new year, yeah.
It can be a pain in the ass. Like, it's not so much that it's that hard when you travel. It's just that you don't really want to because...
Yeah, you're tired. You're
well,
this, you're
and
that,
you
you're
go
doing shit.
you go to some nice restaurants. You're like, oh fuck, I want to try. You don't want to be hindered by a diet. You want to just try shit. Like, oh, let's try. It's world famous fucking ribs or something. You want to just fucking eat it. You know.
When I was hanging out in Bethesda, Maryland. There's actually not in Bethesda. Bethesbian. No, it's not. I think it's maybe Rockville, Crystal Springs, something like that. There is a Peruvian chicken place that
sounds great.
Like they roast the chickens whole, and you order a quarter or a half or a whole chicken.
Sounds like
whatever.
my type of place.
And they have the best beans I've ever eaten anywhere, and I'm gonna be there. And I'm gonna eat that.
Did we mention we're in our new fucking studio?
Yeah, I believe we did.
That's so fun.
I don't think we say that often enough.
We're in the new crib.
All right, here we go. How much strength can benefit a raw lifter switching into geared lifting?
It's always better to be stronger rather than weaker. I mean, I don't know how to
even
answer
I don't
that
think
question.
there's a downside to being strong. I think that the problem
I'm too strong.
The problem comes when people try to lift raw and they're not very good and they don't get any better and they get frustrated and then they put gear on to try to solve that problem. You're
gonna have to also learn your discipline. Like if you're lifting in gear, your actual raw strength, it only matters for a certain time of the year. You can work on that. You can work on that in conjunction with your geared lifting. I always took a lot of pride in actually just, working on what I was tested on the platform. And I just, try to lift the most amount of weight in whatever way it is that you're lifting,
This question's phrased a little weird, but I think it makes sense. He says, will learning to squat with minimal ankle flexion make you a greater squatter? I think he's talking about his knees traveling too far forward.
No, that's not good. You always want to have more range of motion than what you're asked for. So think about a running back, taking a pitch. They get the ball pitched out to them. They're running a sweep, and they're fucking heading towards the sidelines, and someone fucking, cowboy tackles them or whatever, the cowboy collar, that fucking shit where they wrench them down from the back there.
Yeah.
Guys that are more flexible, guys that are more mobile are not going to get hurt in that situation, most likely, because, shit happens on the football
less of a chance.
Yeah. But guys that are tighter, they're probably going to get fucking hurt. So you need to have more mobility than whatever your sport asks you for. When it comes to like a squat or something, the less mobility you have, it's going to end up being worse for you at some point. If you lack, see if I remember this fucking right. If you lack external rotation, problems will show up with internal rotation. So in other words, you can't force your knees out far enough or hard enough to get you to where you need to be in your squat. Mm-hmm. And what happens? Your knees shoot inward,
right?
And then your internal rotation,
because it's looking for stability.
It's looking for some sort of stability.
Yeah.
It's looking for some sort of homeostasis,
right?
But basically, most lifters, after you've been lifting for a few years, a lot of us lose internal rotation, and it's because of that very reason. You're just, things are getting tight every time we lift. Things are getting bound up every time we lift, and you're better off having more range of motion, or at least a little bit more range of motion than what you're asked to do in the squat, deadlift, or bench.
Bada boom. How important is it to keep your head neutral with squats and deadlifts?
It depends on the athlete. The more feeble and the more mobile somebody is, the more important it becomes. If you're not mobile, if you're pretty jacked already, if you look like a Derek Kendall or you look like Eric Lillibridge, it's not a big of an issue because Eric Lillibridge, he's got traps on top of traps. And traps. Yeah, when he goes to throw his head up or back, it's only going to move so much.
Right.
Jesse Burdick is, pretty big upper back too. I mean, he's only going to be able to do so much, whereas like a female lifter or a newer lifter is going to be able to do all kinds of weird stuff with their head and their neck, and you go, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
So the newer lifter, try to keep your head a little bit more neutral. However, there always comes a time and place to lift heavy, and it's fucking game on when it's time to lift heavy, and you got to just try to figure out a way of lifting the most amount of weight without getting hurt. You can always reduce the weight and go back down and wait a little bit after you've gone heavy, and you can kind of work on refining those techniques. But how crucial is it? It's not the end of the world if your fucking chin pops out or your fucking neck goes up a little bit when you squat or deadlift. But it can be a limiting factor as you try to get stronger.
This guy wants to know, he has his first powerlifting meet coming in a few months. Any tips, and what should he specifically focus on?
Your first powerlifting meet, you always want to try to make sure things are similar. So the things that you're working on in the gym become routine. You want to know the rules.
Yep. You want to practice all the commands if you can.
Yeah, we do that. A lot of guys have done multiple meets here. We'll have you, call a press command, watch your butt on the last couple of months.
Check with the meet director or look it up on the internet.
Director. That could be you, huh?
Meet director. Or check with the rules on the website and try to figure out is there a start command on the squat and is there a start command on the bench. Learn those commands as Jim mentioned and make sure you practice those commands. Be modest with your attempts and base your attempts off of your first attempt, but your first attempt should be pretty light. It should be something you can do for 2 or 3 reps on any given day. The other thing would be gear. If you're allowed to wear knee wraps, then wear whatever length.
Practice in them.
Practice in them and wear whatever length knee wraps you're allowed to wear. If you're only wearing knee sleeves, make sure you're practicing in those. And just make sure you're aware of what the fuck's going
on. How much time should a powerlifter take off after a meet?
Well, take off from what? Take off from lifting, period? No time.
Yeah, I think the best place for you to be is back in the gym. And,
even if it's just pulling a sled.
You're better off in the gym than you are on the couch.
Camera might have something flashed and it went back off. You want to get back to it as soon as you can. So you don't have to necessarily take time off, but you can have your training be a little bit different. That's what I would suggest is just starting with higher reps or starting with something different. Maybe for 1 week after the contest, maybe you just try out some new shit you never tried before and keep the weights real light.
We kind of answered this, but what would you say are the most important accessories for each lift? Kind of went into some bodybuilding stuff. Anything where your weakness is.
I think one thing I'm noticing right now with lifters is when it comes to squat, bench, deadlift, they only know how to do like one style of the lift. And I think you're better off knowing multiple ways of doing it.
You're talking sumo versus conventional, or are you talking?
No, for example, I see a lot of people yanking on the bar when they deadlift. I see a lot of people dive bombing their squats. I see a lot of people getting used to benching super fast. Those are all good styles, but you should also know how to keep yourself tight and do almost like a bodybuilding style bench. Elbows out, a little stricter, getting more of the chest, getting more of the triceps, actually squeezing and flexing. The mind-muscle connection is fucking huge. That's why those bodybuilders are so fucking strong.
Right. Well, even something
same
simple
thing with a squat.
We did a 5-second eccentric. We threw on a slingshot.
Right.
We lifted off for each other and counted 5. You had to control that sucker all the way down, barely touch your chest and bring it back up. That shows a lot of control, and it fucking kills.
Just think about it this way: if you dive bomb a squat, right, especially in knee wraps, how much of a squat are you actually doing? You know, you're really only kind of grinding through the upper portion, maybe about a quarter or a third of the lift. And that bottom portion, you took advantage of. You're, dropping your body down fast. Maybe you have knee wraps on. Yeah. You're getting a nice spring. You're getting some nice compression. You're flying back up out of the bottom. Yeah. And I'm not saying that that's bad. I just think that you should learn both ways. Why not work on some hypertrophy of your legs, squat a little bit slower, squat a little bit more controlled, and be able to move from various positions. Maybe you don't go nearly as low so you don't rebound and fall off your own body.
Well, I think people get caught up on the performing the competitive lifts the way they are done in competition too much. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you're not really... That's like going to a buffet and only eating mashed potatoes.
I love mashed potatoes. You like mashed potatoes?
I love mashed potatoes. Yeah,
I don't know. You hate a lot of things. You know what I found on Shark Tank?
I mean, it's not
last
my
night?
favorite thing,
but it's good. On Shark Tank, they made mini kernel popcorn so it doesn't get stuck in your teeth. How's that?
Oh my God!
I got you? I got you hooked?
Maybe. Maybe, I don't know.
I could be about that. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, realize that there's a lot at the buffet, the lifting buffet.
Yeah. Skill to the lift is one thing, but there's also just getting fucking stronger.
Right.
Getting your low back stronger.
Just think if someone just challenged you and they said, I want to see you squat this 405 and I want it to take a minute. Can you hang with that? Can you stay under it for that long?
No, that's a good challenge. It's like actually the paused deadlifts where you pause the different...
that kills, yeah.
Yeah.
Pause right below your knee or something.
Right.
Yeah, and the same thing goes with the deadlift. I see so many people just yanking on the bar. Why not learn multiple styles? Because you know what's going to happen is you're going to need that style because you're going to fuck yourself up at some point.
Right. You're going to get out of position or rip your fucking bicep
You're going to
off.
be, on your way to a competition. You'll be all excited. You're going to go to do deadlift, and boom, you're going to pull something in your back or your hamstring, and you're going to have to deadlift a little bit differently. You're going to have to learn how to stay tighter and lift a little bit more methodically.
Yeah, especially these smaller mates. The bar
and lift
might be different than what you're used to. Whatever that
Here's a easy one, complicated but easy. What's a way to get a young kid properly lifting? The kid is in his teens, and there's no way he can do a body weight squat.
Jesus,
you can't do a body weight squat,
which I don't believe. But just throw him on a box.
You're saying
he can't squat his own body weight. Probably is what he meant.
Yeah, because everybody can do a body weight squat.
I don't know.
You can get off the toilet.
Some people move really weird.
How would you get off the toilet if you can
push your? You see, like fat guys do this thing for our video listeners.
Yeah. Well, either way, he's just basically saying the kid's pretty weak. You don't always have to use a lot of weight in order for the person to progress. The good news is the weaker somebody is, the easier it is to have them make progress. So they can do things like throwing around medicine balls. They can mess with some fucking kettlebell shit, but like
beginner gains.
Yeah, it's things like step ups. A lot of the assistance work. Anyone can do assistance work. Right. It doesn't matter how anyone can
it's
do.
Easy to scale.
Yeah, anyone can do a bent over row with fucking barbell.
Right.
Your strength level almost is irrelevant when it comes to some of the assistance movements. You can at least do something. You can get on some machines. Machines make it a little easier. I know some people, freak out about the machines, but
we don't freak out about machines.
They exist for a reason.
We're gonna probably have a couple.
Yeah, a kid hopping on a leg extension. I got no problem with that. Kid hopping on a leg press. What's the big deal about that? Have them also in conjunction learn how to do some squats. Have him do some box squats. Have him squat a little bit higher until he gets more comfortable. You can have him work his way lower. A lot of those things, when somebody's really that weak and that underdeveloped, is usually there's usually some really poor mobility problems. I see a lot of kids can't do anything with their hamstrings, and so that becomes problematic. But anyone can pull a sled, anyone can push a prowler.
Right.
Use your head, try to be creative, and try to add some things that will. The other thing is to keep the kid excited about it.
Anybody can walk upstairs.
Anyone can walk upstairs. Anyone can do a farmer's walk.
I think a lot of stuff with kids isn't that they're that weak, although depending on what age and stuff, they do have strength limitations. A lot of it's body control. You see a lot of kids from
uncoordinated,
way little kids, but even all the way up to sophomores and juniors in high school, depending on their growth spurt, they really get on their toes and knees if you tell them to squat. When they pick stuff up from the ground, they're kind of off balance. They have no idea where their limbs are. So just like Mark said, like bodies, machines can help you. For an experienced lifter, a machine is simple. For a kid, it's not.
Right.
You know, figuring out where their elbows are and how to push, keeping their shoulders back on the bench or a bench press machine,
makes
and
stuff
box
fun.
squatting.
You know, make stuff fun. You have the kid grab, you know, a 50-pound dumbbell in each hand, and he walks and be like, dude, you just carried an extra 100 fucking pounds.
Right.
He picks up a sandbag or something like that, throws it over his
Yeah.
shoulder, walks with it. You know, make it fun, make it easy, and just make sure the fucker doesn't get hurt.
Why'd you just call a kid a fucker?
Fucker.
I mean, I know
I got my own kids a little
I know,
fucks.
I know we're rough on this thing,
My
but
own
damn,
kids are a little bastard
God
fucking
damn,
pricks. Hope they're listening.
heartless.
Just earning the E right here.
Yeah.
Damn.
The E.
God damn, that's it. That's all the questions we
That's
got.
all the questions.
Yeah, I don't even care. That's it. We just dominated them all.
Okay, so we need to take a break to pick the.
Sure, let's take what?
I got a question.
Oh, Mark, ask me one. I'll answer.
Let me think here. When are you
Jeopardy's-
competing next, Silent Mike?
I think I'm gonna do something in the spring. I'm either gonna hunt down.
Spring ahead and fall back?
Yeah, I'm gonna hunt down a USAPL meet,
USAPL?
or I'll just compete in the possible June meet that we may run.
Oh, my God.
Those are the goals.
You're on the Tristan Shull schedule. Take a year and a half.
In terms of
between meets.
competing, but not in training.
Okay.
I'm in the gym 6 days a week.
You have a training bra on?
You know, he's got a lot of smoking to do. So
Yeah, that guy's like, I was like, dude, come hang out at the meet, and he's like, I work 7 days a week now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Nobody
yeah,
does
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
I rented an Equinox this week because I just sort of needed something bigger to drive this week, and that's what Tristan drives. And you know what? It smells just like Tristan was in it. It's like
so gross.
completely like
Ass and cigarettes.
bunghole.
ass and cigarettes. Yes.
My car smells a little assy right now. I need to wash that fucking thing up. Smells like butthole.
Have you seen that video of the woman who is trying to wash her Audi and she ends up, you know, she's got one of those spray washers. She's at one of those stands and she does the inside like that. Inside, no kidding. How did the camera person not die laughing?
That's great.
Probably did.
That's awesome.
What else we got going on? Fucking dominating this gym.
We ain't got shit going on, Jack.
When this releases, we'll be in Idaho.
Yes, you guys will be in
Oh, yeah.
God, we're gonna be killing
freezing your
everyone's
balls
faces.
off in
Yeah, it's
Idaho.
snowing. I didn't know it snowed in fucking
oh,
Idaho.
Yeah, it's cold in Idaho.
Our boy Rep It Rich
Yeah.
posted a video and his dog's jumping around in snow. I'm like, oh God, I didn't know I'm getting to that kind of
It'll
business.
be really cold.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
God,
Sorry.
It'll be balls deep cold in there.
I play hoops.
I play hoops.
Sorry. So do we need to stop and
Yeah, let's
and-
take a little pause.
Okay, let's take a pause and we'll be back in a
We'll come
moment
back with
the
our
winners.
We're back with
And we're
our
back.
winner.
Winner, chicken dinner.
So what we got is Lucy from Tweeta. Her name is Lupalg. Go ahead and shoot us an email at,
Contests with an S at supertraining.tv.
and we'll try to get you your gift card. Congratulations. And our other winner is,
$100 gift card.
yeah, dude, that's balling. These people.
Reebok.
Yeah. More women should have
Yeah, no, we had like
responded
four ladies, and
because-
that's it.
and I know that there are a good number of women who listen to this show.
Our other guy is Ruvim, RUVIM03 on tweeters. Same thing. Go ahead and shoot us an email at,
Contests at supertraining.tv.
and we'll get you guys your gift cards. And that's goddamn it.
Yeah, you could maybe even write on there. Then that way he can fucking hit you up, too.
Yeah, I'll
Oh,
tweet them. Right. I'm
yeah,
going to tweet
yeah.
them right now.
Oh, no.
Right,
No.
right
No,
now
don't tweet 'em
in
now.
the
Don't tweet 'em now.
future.
If you tweet him in the future, tweet him on the day we
I could
release
do
this
that.
episode.
I could do that.
Or even the day after that.
Bada boom, bada bing.
When you get home.
Yeah.
When you get home from
Yeah,
bodybuilding.
I'm never going to tweet these people.
Okay.
What else we got, ladies and gentlemen? Is
I
that
don't
it?
have anything else.
I'm going to go home and poop, and then Robert Oberst is going to be at my house,
Oh
being
my
all
God.
fat. And
Yeah,
hairy
we were
and
supposed
furry.
to record with him today, but he just took too fucking long to get here.
Yeah,
like
issues.
like
Like
every
house
super heavy
exploded.
weight person ever. He
Yeah,
took too long to
something
get
Yeah,
here.
he's got issues.
Something
Issues.
weird happened.
Yes, he shit
Something
through
weird
his
happened?
floor or something.
No, some sort of weird problem with like the pipes at his house or something. He
Oh.
probably took a giant shit and
Yeah,
blew it up.
Okay.
He needed to clean his pipes and he didn't or something.
He's
Yeah.
big and furry.
Yes, he is. Well, we'll get him eventually.
Yeah,
Again.
again.
Again, eventually.
Maybe
Again,
he'll laugh
eventually.
a little faster in person.
So good.
I'm sure he probably does.
We should have a laugh off between him and John Anderson.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's so funny.
That would be great.
The two best laughterers.
Laughers.
Mhm.
Laughers.
All right, I'm gonna go eat dinner now.
Okay.
Thanks for listening, assholes. Find me at Silent Mike with 2 Ks, Instagram and Twitters.
Huh? Am I up?
Yes, you're
What
up.
are you, French Montana?
Multiply your hustle, multiply your muscle, and may all your shits be tapered.
Yeah, and he's at Mark Smelly Bell, whereas I am at Jim McD, STTV. Follow us on Twitter at STJimSack. Facebook.com/SuperTrainingGym. Instagram at Mark Bell's PowerCast. This place will look different the next time you see it.
Subscribe to Power Magazine at thepowermagazine.com. If you choose the digital edition, you can catch up on all the great back issues, take your training to the next level with Slingshot products and howmuchyobench.net, and look for BSN products including NO Explode at bodybuilding.com. Mark Bell's PowerCast is a production of supertraining.tv.